the show.
How are you?
I'm
This is
wonderful.
so exciting,
It's
Seth.
very nice to see you. We've known each other for a very long time.
Very long time. Yeah.
Yet I've never met your parents. I met your dad backstage.
My dad is backstage. He's watching right now.
Very exciting. And yet,
Yeah, you can cheer for the idea of fathers. You can cheer for the idea of what fathers are.
Your mother noticeably absent.
Yeah, can I tell you why?
Yeah.
She's very supportive. Let me start this story by saying she's very supportive.
Yeah.
There's a live podcast taping with the lead guy from Outlander.
Yeah,
His name is
this gentleman.
Sam Heughan.
Yeah.
He's very attractive.
Yeah.
I mean,
Very good-looking guy.
very, and if I could pop my very
there you
Jewish nose, you could see.
There's a difference.
There's a difference.
There's a slight
Seth. Do you know what I
difference,
mean? So there's a live podcast, and I said, "Oh, it's at the same time that we're filming Seth. What do you want to do?" And she goes, and I could just watch you on TV, right?" And I said, "Yeah, I guess." So right now, she's literally watching this guy instead of here.
But she is. She would normally she would be at a show you were doing.
She's the most supportive. We did. I do long form improv,
Yep.
which is where you came from, and we played Carnegie Hall. Me and Thomas Middleditch, who's been on this show.
Yep.
Yeah. And so she went in Carnegie Hall. She pretended she was like the captain of Carnegie Hall, like welcoming everybody to my show. Like she's the most supportive, but nothing's gonna beat that. That's the most beautiful man in the world.
And you and Middleditch your long form improv show is going to be on Netflix.
It
which is very exciting.
Yeah, we're doing it. Yeah.
That's so cool.
And by the way, you know how terrifying that is, the idea of filming long form
Yes.
improv, because you have no idea what the shows are going to be.
Thrilling to watch in the theater.
Yes.
And the idea of trying to, I think, capture it on film is a high level of difficulty. So I cannot wait.
We are going to release 3 at the same time, so it's going to be a series of specials on Netflix, and I'm so excited because it would be great to show people who've never seen long form before, stuff that you and I have been doing for decades to people who've never seen before.
You were an intern when I first met you at
Yes,
UCB
at
Theater.
UCB.
And you found a picture you took
I
of
took
me
a picture of
in
Seth when I was an
2004.
intern.
Look at me. There's 2004 walking down the hallway. Back
You
when I
were
wore a leather
married, you didn't
jacket
have
and
kids.
a European skiing helmet.
Did you just get off? You just got off your motorcycle.
I just got on my motorcycle. I think that I'm like, that's like somebody said, like, pretend like you're walking. Because it feels like I'm acting.
You're very comfortable in front of the camera. It looks...
Somebody just, I believe it was the 5-year anniversary, and somebody was just talking about you and Adam Pally, who's a longtime friend.
Sure,
I believe
yes.
it was around 5 years,
Yeah,
right?
it could be, yeah.
So there was a week where different people were doing one episode of The Late Late Show on CBS.
Yes, it was right after Craig Ferguson had left, right before James Corden.
James
So, like,
Corden.
what are we going to do? And
What are
this
they
is
going to do
did.
to fill the time?
Yeah.
And so they let Adam Pally host an episode of The Late Late Show, and you joined him as his sidekick.
I did.
And you guys did a late night show on the CBS This Morning set.
We did it at Charlie Rose's studio with 0 audience.
Yeah.
And it was during a blizzard, so none of the I think a lot of the guests had to cancel.
Yeah.
And it was just a mess. It was a mess.
And I really recommend trying to track it down online because it
They
is one.
take it off everywhere.
Did they? It doesn't exist.
Anytime someone puts it on the internet, someone's like, no, nobody can see this, and they take it off.
Well, let's take a look because we
you
found a little
have
bit.
it.
Yeah.
Great, great.
With me as never before is my good friend and comedy collaborator for over 10 years, Ben Schwartz.
How are you, Adam?
Now, Schwartz, you are the star of House of Lies.
That is on Sundays at 10 p.m. on Showtime. Do we have a clip?
Nope.
Cool.
You're a guest star on Parks and Recreation.
I played John Ralphio. Yeah, it's actually the final season. Let me roll that clip.
If I didn't have the first one, why would I have the second?
Copy that. And that was it.
That was basically it.
It was basically like Adam and I got the opportunity to just do a show just for ourselves.
Yeah.
And by mistake, someone aired it live across the world. Yeah.
And not like on public access, on CBS.
Oh, on CBS.
Like that's the funniest thing about it when you
I
watch
don't
it.
think you know about it.
It's the best. It was when I found out about it. It's really people have to do some digging, but it's worth
It's
checking
become
out.
a cult thing where like people try, because you have to find it. It's like the search for Curly's gold, the start.
Yeah.
That is a City Slickers 2 reference.
Yeah.
But then when you find it, it is just for 55 minutes. It's just 2 little boys having fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I do want to ask, because we talked about Pally and Middleditch and some other people you've improvised with.
Yeah.
Where's the worst place you ever did improv?
Oh, one time there was this music festival, and me, Gil Ozeri, who's one of the funniest people of all time, I believe Jackie Clark as well, we were the comedy in between the music acts. And I'll tell you what college students do not want to see between music acts is 3 improvisers going on stage. And then at the very end, literally the big act, whoever it was there. Everybody's been waiting for hours and hours to be at the front of the line. And then we had to tell the audience that that person actually is going to be performing in a venue inside. So whoever waited all that time in the front row is now going to have the worst seat when they go inside. And it was like fraternity rage like I've never seen, foaming at the mouth, and like their Bob Marley blacklight posters ripping to shreds. It was ludicrous. It was insane.
It's very nice that you went from that to Carnegie Hall. Well deserved.
Oh,
and
thanks,
thank you
man.
so much for being
I'm
here.
so excited to be here. You've always been so kind to me. I appreciate it. Thank you, sir.
Ben Schwartz, everybody.